I ain't got no choice, I'ma do it my way. When I said that I would make it, they looked at me sideways. Put my all into the music, so I charge a high rate. And now it's all praise up to God, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I ain't got no choice, I'ma do it my way. When I said that I would make it, they looked at me sideways. Put my all into the music, so I charge a high rate. And now it's all praise up to God, I'ma do it my way.
I used to like just add a mold to the Did you lick it?
No, my beard's always like super greasy.
Where the finger is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to.
Were they saying mine? Oh yeah.
Add a little bird, add a little mold to that. That's Iggy's there right there.
It's true.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's weird. I used to go in the bathroom and take soap in school and rub it on my knees.
Are we recording? I remember I was so musty one time at school.
Yeah, we were recording.
Oh yeah, I did.
You can say it. I'll take it.
I think
out.
everyone's had that moment where they're like super musty at school.
I don't think
either they didn't put on deodorant or when you're young boys. And I just walked the whole time I walked around school like this, and I finally used like soap from the bathroom in the dispenser.
I did the same thing.
I did that from the airport, like on an airplane, like a long trip. You sitting there for so long, and then your pit starts sweating, and you can't really move.
I think that's crazy that as an adult you're like that.
Oh, you said at an airport? Oh,
Yeah.
At what age?
Adult.
And you was musty?
Yeah, on the airport.
I don't think I've ever been musty as an adult.
Well, I'm talking about like flying from a different country to another country. You're sitting there, you're flying overnight. It's like 20-something hours.
Yeah, I still wouldn't be musty.
What are you gonna do? Take a shower?
You never like took a shower and forgot to put on deodorant?
Yeah, but I don't get musty like that. But
It's not like a.
did you have on deodorant?
Yeah, it's just you're sitting in plane
Yeah,
like this.
I hear what you're
hours.
saying, Control, but it's like, no. I mean, if I play basketball, I'm not going to be musty. As an adult, did you not have on deodorant?
Yes. Do you understand how like you sit for a long period of time and sweat accumulates and bacteria gets in there, and so it causes a smell?
Yes.
I think the deodorant.
Rhea, move your mic towards your face.
Oh shit! We didn't even set
Who
it
are you
up.
talking to?
Nobody.
Talking to- yeah, it happens all the time to people. All the
Well,
time.
no, I think it just happens to you. We've already come to the conclusion that you're different.
Is your mic even pointed at you?
It doesn't have to be. It's catching it from the side, like an R&B
Can you
singer.
hear him?
You hear me, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works.
What?
That happens a lot, Carl.
No, to you. Like, I put on deodorant. And
Carl,
if
do you fly often?
Listen, what does flying have to do with it? Is the
Because
altitude make
it's
it?
it's the fact that you're sitting in one space for a long time, not taking a shower. It's
Okay,
not like
so
I'm
my
flying
thing-
to Atlanta from here. I'm
I
talking
got
about
you.
flying like 20
I
hours.
get what you're doing. You're trying to do this whole thing. Where I get it. You
What
flew to
whole thing?
Africa. I get what you're doing.
It's not just Africa.
No,
that's
but,
my point.
but listen.
It's also Germany.
Yeah, and Hollywood. We get it.
Shut up.
Listen to me though. My thing is, if I put on deodorant and I play basketball, when I get off from the court, you're gonna smell my deodorant, not must. So you're telling me that you work up more of a sweat sitting down on an airplane in the AC?
People's bodies are different
Yeah.
though.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's
Listen,
your body. It's you.
I'm saying when you have on deodorant, right, and you sweat, it permeates. You can smell the deodorant, right?
Well, no, you don't perspirate.
You just said that.
You don't perspirate
the
if you
deodorant
have on.
counteracts it.
Yeah,
Say that again.
you don't perspirate if you have on antiperspirant.
Yes, you do.
How?
Because you tell me if you. So let me ask you a question. If you go today and put on deodorant and don't take a shower for 3 days, you're not going to.
For 3 days.
I'm asking you a question.
Yes.
I'm over exaggerating, hyperbole, just to prove my point.
Yes, I'll probably
you-
be musty by the third day.
So how long do you think it takes for
Well, 48 hours. Ask me how I
48
know.
hours?
Yes, ask me how I know.
Because you haven't taken a shower 40 hours before.
No, Google deodorant and any deodorant for men, and then look at how long it lasts. It's 48 hours. That's why I asked you, like today or when you was a kid, because the technology now, if you have a degree, you're
My
gonna be
thing
good for
goes,
48
let's say I shower in the morning, I put on deodorant. It's gonna protect me throughout the day, whether I'm sitting on a plane all day or playing basketball or just sitting in the house. You sweat, it counteracts it. It stops it from smelling bad.
Yeah.
Then
Like
you shower
everything
the-
on my body is.
Then you shower the next day. Now, if you don't shower that next day and you put on deodorant, it's not going to smell as fresh. Like your body's chemistry is going to smell kind of musky or musty, but it's still not going to be like onions and really bad.
So
Now, anything beyond that, 48 hours, not showering and stuff, then you start smelling bad. But within a day's time, 24 hours, you should be good not to smell musty, like oniony.
yeah.
But
Unless you use
everybody's
cheap-
bodies are
what kind
different.
of deodorant do you use?
I use
probably
Old
cheap
Spice.
deodorant.
Old Spice.
Old Spice is good.
Yeah.
Like the Swagger or the white powder one. Use powder or gel.
No powder. That gel jump
Really?
burns.
Yeah, gel
Yeah.
makes my. I'll never use gel again. It's
But-
just
So when you play basketball, you don't sweat in your underarms?
No, because I have deodorant on. I can feel
Do
sweat
you sweat in
everywhere
your
else.
underarms when you?
I'm trying to think. I haven't played basketball, so
I feel sweat everywhere else except for my underarms because I can feel my in the I wear degree, so it gets like you can feel
It
like
clumps
cool.
up.
No, it feels cool. That's why
Okay.
they call it degree. Like when the body temperature heats up, the degree is cool.
Nathan, when you play basketball, do your underarms sweat if you have on deodorant? So I don't get maybe because
Body
there are
types,
people
maybe.
who don't really sweat. Like
Yeah.
Caden doesn't sweat.
Yeah, I mean my face sweats,
course
my
it does.
chest sweats, everything sweats except for where I put deodorant in it. Like
Yeah.
my balls don't sweat.
Oh, my balls sweat.
I put deodorant on them. You don't put deodorant on
I
your
can't
balls?
think. I can't think if my underarms.
Maybe I'm
sweat.
just
You cut
maybe
your
I'm
hair?
different.
I cut my hair into my arms. So
You
I
have
mean,
hair in
that's
your
going to
arms?
also.
Armpit.
Yeah, I got hair. Yeah, I got hair. That might might be a part of
Yeah,
it too.
it
then.
holds bacteria which smells.
I don't shave, like not with a razor. I don't need to
Can
do
we
that.
do a
I just
pube
use,
check?
I just use clippers because I don't want it to be long. And I hate when deodorant gets clumped up in there.
I do too.
It's a nasty feeling.
And then it turns brown and looks bad, especially if you have on a tank top. Yeah,
Brown?
I don't
from
mind
dirt.
it.
Like if you're playing basketball, your deodorant.
Everyone's body is different. Like
Yeah,
his
everyone's
deodorant's turning brown. You're getting musty out there, sitting down for 10 hours.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Everybody's different though. It's all good. Everybody's hair doesn't grow. Some people's does. Like my feet don't stink. Unless I've been working all day. Like
I'm curious now. You got butt hair?
I do,
Everyone has a butt
but it's
hair.
coarse. My butt hair looks like his beard.
Mm.
I don't have a lot though. Mine's really low, so my butt hair kind of looks like his beard. It just don't grow.
Yeah.
Mine,
different.
mine's pretty low too. It's not that bad.
I mean, how bad? I've seen some hairy buttholes.
Yeah.
They make songs about that.
Who butthole you been looking at? That's hair.
I mean, I've seen some hairy buttholes.
If you're in a relationship, you're gonna see a butthole.
I mean, who hairy buttholes though?
I mean, if I'm having sex, I'm looking at butts.
Who got a hairy butthole? I'm trying to find out.
I mean, so I mean, I could tell you,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't know who it is.
Okay.
Maybe he would. I think he would now.
Is it a he or a she?
It's a she, but I mean, but she was also light skinned, so. But I mean, they all are.
Light skinned girls are like.
Oh, you know what?
super hairy.
That joke was funny.
It was. See,
that was
it
a good
was.
joke.
It was.
That was a good
For the
joke.
people who know.
Got a question. Have you only been with light skinned girls?
have
Because
a
I just
preference,
thought
yes.
about that.
It was a dark one. It was a dark one.
That was some dark times. And that was a hairy butthole.
Yeah.
So there we are.
I think I remember that dark one too.
You should.
You better.
You should.
Yeah.
All right, enough of inside jokes.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Man, I'm a wild dude. I'm a wild dude. My
Almost
feet
got a
don't
turkey.
Yeah. Man, almost. All right.
All right. The first things we see up here is, I guess we can lump all that stuff together: Trump, Biden, and Kamala.
I hate talking politics and I
I
hate
know.
talking sports. I hate talking politics. I hate talking sports.
Watch sports.
You know what I do like talking about? Relationship stuff.
I thought you was gonna say religion. I feel like
Why? I
politics
hate
and
talking
religion
about
are the big
religion.
two that
Yeah.
Why
no one should
relationship
talk
stuff?
Because I think you actually learn something from that. I think people are more inclined to listen to you.
Are you talking about like just like romantic relationships or just relationships in general? Like,
Just relationships in general.
I think that's important stuff to talk about too. You
Yeah.
have to learn to be personable and how to navigate social settings and stuff.
I think that people are more open minded when it comes to stuff like that because it's not offensive. Like, what was the person that was like, talking politics is like whipping your dick out in the middle of a room. It's like nobody wants to hear that.
Nobody asked for that.
Yeah, nobody asked for that. And then religion's the same way. But you can have a conversation with someone and just talk about, the importance of relationships, how you manage them, and how long you've been in one, and not in a romantic way, but just friendships. I know a lot of people who just don't have friends. They can't keep friends. They don't have anyone they can just pick up and call. It's sad, really.
I always say friends are overrated, but it's because we've been close friends. Yeah. So when someone's like, "Oh yeah, I don't talk to this friend anymore. We fell out, or this happened," I'm like, "That's so stupid."
I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah.
You're good. I was just saying nothing important.
I was just saying. I think that a lot of people will say stupid stuff like, "Oh, this, I fell out with this friend," and blah blah blah, because they don't know how to take accountability sometimes in things too to help a relationship last. So it's like you got two people who don't know how to take accountability, and then they kind of butt heads about one stupid little issue, and then they start arguing and fighting and stuff like that, and they don't last long. But also, it's like what you're saying. It's like friends are important, but you got to have to understand, to have your circle. I feel like a lot of people think they got to have a lot of friends. They got to know a lot of people. You don't have to know a billion people to be happy. Just have a solid group that you can stay with.
And that's what we have. Between you and Wash, that's what, 3rd grade? I mean, it's like 22 years.
Was it that long ago?
For me, it was 6.
6th grade, Northridge. Yeah, I
Wash was
watched
in
it
third
in
grade.
elementary.
Oh, yeah. I
So,
think Wash was
that's
in high
long-
school when I first met him.
That's a long relationship.
Stupid.
Still been 20 years, though, but do the math. Because he can't know.
Terrible.
All these pictures look doctored. Like that one up in the corner.
Like you see the one when they're not smiling, then you see the memes going around when they are smiling. I mean, that's clearly fake.
What?
With the gash in his ear? Oh, gash is such a nasty
I
word.
thought that was real.
Yeah, that is real.
No, that's fake.
That's real.
The
I
one
watched
on
it when it
top.
happened.
How'd you watch it?
It was on TikTok. I watch all the live events on TikTok. Because I be in there trolling.
You didn't watch it.
I go in.
You didn't watch it live.
I didn't watch it live, but it was listening beside me, and I heard he was talking steady, and it was just talking, and then I noticed it stopped talking, and it was just silence, and it was ruffling and stuff. So I looked over, and then it was the certain the president, and I was like, what? And then immediately that's when you had texted me. You was like,
Somebody.
no, somebody in the things. It was they just shot him, or he's dead, or stuff like that, and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And then I looked at it, and I was like, this is live. So I started scrolling up, but I couldn't see anything else. And then that's when y'all started texting.
I think it's stupid how people try so hard to get things out so fast that they get inaccurate information.
It's stupid.
I think, was it you? Somebody said it was a girl who did it, but they obviously got that from someone else that was putting out the wrong information instead of just waiting. When stuff like this happen, people want to be so fast and they just start saying the craziest stuff instead of just waiting a few days and figure out what's really going on. Because to this day, there's still new stuff happening. You find out new stuff.
This guy was in a BlackRock commercial.
Thomas Crooks. Dang,
he was a Republican.
He almost became. I mean, he almost went down in history.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. I mean, he kind of still will.
He will, but
nothing like this has happened in in our lifetime, right?
No, I think 63
of a president.
Yeah, I mean, there's always not attempts, but plans to do stuff, but they shut it down before it even get there. But nobody.
Those are the real ones, because I mean, they thoroughly investigated.
Yeah.
You're becoming more and more liberal the longer you're married.
You don't think this was fake?
No.
Oh, you think the whole shooting thing was fake?
I think it was.
All the black people on there was
Wow.
it's fake, it's a hoax, we don't believe it.
No. I'll tell you what I think. I think that I hate when you do that. I think that the shooting, it was a real bullet, but they allowed him to get in there because any type of event that they have, especially with the president, I mean, it's the highest security level. They're checking the ground for any type of weapons or anything that could be buried in their time before the event. Everyone's getting patted down. They're going through like these security checks and metal detectors. They make sure no weapons are in there, no type of substances, no type of anything. There's no threat at all with the president. And they look at every single angle, every possibility to where there can be some type of threat towards them.
Now, let me tell you why that's wrong.
Wait, why is it wrong?
Wait, before you do that, my question is, when you say you think that they let it happen, who was they?
The powers that be. I think that they wanted. I think they wanted him to get.
I get that. I just want to know who is they. Are you talking about like his campaign, the Democrats, Republicans, whoever runs
somebody,
the world?
man. Because look, when you look at it, this guy had a ladder, and you see the one. Damn, what do you call his personnel? The Secret Service.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, yeah, I looked at the guy for like the whole time, and I just couldn't take the shot. I think they're taking that shot. Like, I don't think you need to have approval from higher up or whatever. If someone sees a threat, like, I think they're taking him out. But I think he was supposed to shoot and just like make it like, oh man, he almost got shot. I don't think he was supposed to get hit because I think he got hit by glass from the teleprompter. What? I think a shot either from the podium or something clipped him, but it wasn't a bullet that hit his ear, right?
It was.
Yeah.
A bullet? You think a bullet hit his ear?
We know a bullet. They've already done the ballistics. They know the exact rounds and everything.
And you're saying a bullet hit his ear?
Yeah, he shot him with the.
I feel like it should be a little bit more damage.
What? No.
How much damage do you think is going to happen?
His ear. It didn't like go in and out. It just like clipped his ear.
I'd erase all this.
and you have to so you have to remember like Robert Kennedy when he does his speeches, he's not appointed Secret Service or any sort of protection. He has to do it himself. He has to get his own. Donald Trump, he's always going to have a small amount of Secret Service for the rest of his life, but they're not protecting him. They're protecting our state. I mean, they're protecting America. Yeah. They're making sure that he doesn't do anything, but they're not really protecting him. I mean, if his life is over, his life is over. So a lot of those people that he appointed was his own team. Like all those females, he wanted to look good and have like a female team, but you see what happened.
He did that. I thought that's what I thought that's what they supplied him. I thought the resources were geared towards supplying him with this amount of people that did this amount of work and all the other stuff. Not necessarily he just chose it.
Well, it's like owning a team. He chose the person that chose the people. So he I don't know, and I don't want to talk about it because I don't really know the girl's name, but you see her doing all the hearings.
Kim Cheadle or whatever.
Is that the woman?
Yeah, she stepped down.
So she was the one who picked the whole team, and she picked a lot of women. And she doesn't have any sort of military background or anything like that. She was was it not the CEO, but she was like on the board of Costco. You see, I don't have all the information. No, I don't have all the information exactly, and I feel stupid saying it, but they didn't have a lot of military training, and you can see the videos when they're like fumbling and bumbling. Like these guys at the front, this is Secret Service.
They did a good job covering up. Yeah. They shouldn't have let him stand back up though, but he
was looking for his shoes.
So these guys, when he said wait, and stood up and did the fist thing, they should not have let him done that.
Man, see stuff like that makes it seem like it's fake.
Yeah. So the
guys like the guy right here with the AR and not military, but just the tactical equipment in black. Mm-hmm. He's appointed outside, like he's not Secret Service. The guys in the suits are Secret Service, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying. Look at his hair. I'm not buying it.
I think it was just gross incompetence because of.
There's somebody back there dead. The guy, the doctor who's he was like he went to Trump first to do the resuscitation, or that's what he was supposed to do, and then they were pointing at the other body, and he was like, all he saw was brain matter. He was like, it's not.
Wait, I thought he got shot in the. Oh, you talking about the shooter?
No, there was a guy in the crowd that got shot. Well,
right,
a couple
the
of
firefighter.
them. Yeah, the firefighter got shot in the head.
Oh, I thought he got shot in the stomach.
Or no, that was somebody else.
How many people got shot?
Like
he fired like 5 rounds.
No, I thought it was only one.
Wait, it was no.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then a lot of people was on there was like, guns don't sound like that. It sound like somebody was throwing rocks. It's like, do you not understand that he was shooting from 400 feet away? You're thinking about the chamber of the gun. That's what you're used to hearing. But when the bullets actually hit, all you hear
I need to see
it's a
that ear.
crack.
Yeah,
I need to
that's
see that ear.
I need to see that ear. Also, did you see the picture of it flying by his ear? Flying by his head?
Can you really trust that?
Can you trust
really
anything
trust that?
in that
I
point?
didn't know you was like this.
I didn't think it was real. I mean, okay, so I knew it was real. I knew that a bullet got fired, but I couldn't determine whether or not they allowed it to happen or if it was staged to where it wasn't supposed to hit someone. But it was fake.
What do you mean it
all
wasn't
over.
supposed to hit someone?
Let's say they say, all right, we want to paint this picture that he's heroic. We want to boost our numbers up. Let's do an assassination attempt. Everyone's going to be on it. And plus, you remember all the videos of people just like just not reacting? Or the second they shot, they pulled out a phone and like no panic or anything, and they're just recording
I
or
think
they're
that's
smiling.
that's just today's culture, which is stupid if you ask me.
I think a shooting's a little different.
No,
If they
listen.
would've
How many videos have you seen on TikTok where somebody's like doing a dance at a gas station, and then somebody starts shooting, and they just like,
No,
and then keep going back to it.
Right.
That's
Right.
That's just today's culture.
But you also have to remember every video that you see on the internet, there's a guy behind that camera recording it.
What do you mean?
Every video
The
that you
guy
see,
who's zooming in
there's
and zooming
somebody
out right
recording
now is behind his camera while people are getting shot at.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah.
So like, not everybody is gonna be reactive like you should be when there's a
Yeah,
shooting.
but even if you look at like Chicago or like really hood places and they're used to shootings all night, they're still like, oh, they're shooting over
How
there.
do you know?
You've seen videos.
How do you see the video?
No. You're not getting what I'm saying. You're trying to
I
make
don't
a
think you're
joke
getting
about
what
it.
I'm saying.
All right, so look, let's say you watching like an O Block video and there's people out there, yeah, gang, this, all this, yeah, we out here. Somebody starts shooting, they're like, oh, yeah, all right, they're shooting. And then they might grab their phone or something, but they're used to that. And these people out here, they start shooting and it's like, I'm talking about instantly. Like she's just like, yeah, Trump, holding up my sign, pow, pow. Like, no, I think she already had the phone. It was like, pow, pow. And she was just like this and like not moving, no emotion or anything.
Yeah, I mean, people do that. Like most people would do that.
All right, I guess so.
Especially if you think about this too, that like he shot 150 yards away. So when you shoot that far away, it's just a crack. It doesn't sound like gunshots are right there next to you. So you hear, you're like, oh snap, what was that?
You ever hear them
don't
whizzing
really-
by? Like if it was like a wide angle, you would hear the bullets whizzing.
Like
but
you
didn't
shot
hear
a gun before in the range, right? When you're close to a gunshot, you feel it. You literally feel it. So that gives you more guttural reaction than a small crack that you hear in the distance, especially with a big crowd like that. A lot of loud people, a small crack, and then you see something happen with the president. Oh, did they just shoot at him?
There was something else though. Before we even went on to that, there was a reason why I said that. I just can't remember what it was.
You was like the powers that be. You said a bunch of stupid stuff. You was like it was the powers that be.
I'm not gonna say it's stupid.
No. I really think that it was someone's behind it because you just don't like people just don't assassinate
Who does it
presidents
benefit?
anymore.
I
I think that they allowed it to happen because like how did the ladder get up there? You're telling me they don't survey the entire area of possible points where someone can have a sniper or run up on stage or something like that? And this thing was pretty open. And this guy just has a ladder.
He didn't have a ladder.
on there with the rifle.
That ladder is part of the building.
No, he
No,
brought
no.
a ladder.
Like he just
to
walked the
to
ladder
thing.
in to
So I'm not gonna say it's like I'm not on the same board with you as far as like thinking it was like planned, like not planned, but like it's a conspiracy thing or anything. But I am with you with all the different ways that it went wrong. Like how do you let him get a ladder? How do you let him get on top? How is he up there for so long? How do you see him and then not take the shot? All that stuff like that. I just think it was gross incompetence where they didn't do their job properly and
look at all that blood.
yeah. And when you don't do your job
is it gonna
properly,
show?
we get to a point where like, you know, like you working at Walmart and you don't think it's important to do your job. You can allow the guy around. But when you are in situations like this, you're like, nobody's ever shot at a president in like the last 40 years or something. And then you just want to be lazy a little bit or
60
not do your
years.
job. And then, pow, something happens. Then it's like, oh, snap, we got to react. What do we do? It's a little bit too late at that point. But if you're saying that you think that people did it, I'm just curious about who, because I'm interested in.
So I'll tell you what I heard, and I don't believe this at all, but this is just a theory, that the Democrats didn't think that Biden could win. So it was to take out Trump.
I heard that.
Because as soon as he didn't die, it was like, all right, well, that didn't work. Apparently, you can't kill the guy either.
Biden now.
Yeah, let's take out Biden. It's like, how do we take Biden out? Just tell him that he's quit. He'll probably forget anyways.
Just give him COVID. He'll die in a few days.
Yeah.
And then he didn't die.
We don't know. Nobody's seen him yet. I mean, as of this episode, nobody's actually seen him. And Kamala was on
This his brains. Are they going to show that or what?
No, they're going to blur it.
Nah, you know how the blur is though. It might be a single frame.
How'd they kill him so fast?
There was one sniper that was far on the other side who took a shot at him and missed, and so this is what I'm hearing from, like, obviously I wasn't there, so I don't know who took the first shot. So there was a sniper who, when he took the first shot, when he hit his ear, a sniper shot at him, and that's when he kind of freaked out and started shooting the rest of the bullets, pow, 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 pow.
Oh.
And then the other sniper that we all see in the videos that was closer had a line of sight on him, except it was blocked by a tree. So he had to adjust a little bit, look around the tree, and then he took the shot and got him. So
that's weird, though. I mean, he was able to get the first shot off. So it's like they waited for him to get the first shot off before they shot.
Well, that's the problem. It's like, why are we waiting to see? And also,
he said he saw him like for, I don't remember. Oh, we should have got some actual facts written up here.
No, I like
They
this.
said that he saw it for a long time.
Podcast talk.
They said
Are you
he
talking
had
about
the
that
shot.
4chan thing? I don't think the 4chan thing was real.
What?
There's a quote. There's like a post on 4chan saying that I'm the one who shot him.
No,
and I
no,
was
you
told
definitely
not
can't
to
believe
shoot
none
him.
of that
Okay.
stuff. The guy actually came out and he was saying that, I saw him.
Oh, the dude with the hat.
Yeah, the guy who actually shot him or whatever, or the person who was in charge or whatever, he was like, yeah, I saw him for a while, and we knew of the threat, but I had to I had to make sure that he was a real threat.
Who was that? Who said that? Was it a video?
Yeah.
Can you find that?
What do you mean if he was a real threat?
Near him.
Nathan.
That's what I'm thinking, and I'm like,
Jimmy.
From my experience,
that's what I'm
they
saying.
don't
Like,
want the president
that's incompetent, if you ask me.
Yeah, they don't let that happen. So it's like I've seen movies where it's like a blind opens up, or
and then they're zooming in,
and then like 10 people are looking, and like, yeah, we're gonna shoot in there and ask questions later or something.
I'll say one thing: one, that's a movie. Two, that takes communication. that takes communication. It's funny to me how, like, you saw the video of the guy like pointing his phone at the dude on the bill, like, he's got a gun, and then it's like the cops are like taking their time to like say what they need to say on the radio, like, just make the call to the Secret Service or whoever's in charge, and then they make the call to the snipers on top, and then they take them out. But even before that, apparently there were cops who climbed up there who saw him, and then the guy pointed the gun at the cop, and then he climbed back down and got scared and fell off, actually. And
I don't know what to believe anymore.
So
I just feel like if that's your job, if your job is to be a sniper and to protect the president, you're gonna do your job. And those guys, they mean business. Like, those are the guys that you see, hoorah, and we're gonna do our job, blah, 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 America. You would think that they're gonna scan every single thing at all times. So if you see a guy climbing a ladder, you're like, oh yeah, this is the day. All this practice, all this hard work, the deployments and being at the range, this is the day I'm gonna really do my job.
Too, though, they can't pull the trigger until they get the call to do it. Like, if you kill someone,
but they knew he was up there for a while.
You know he's up there, you know he has a gun, but you still can't pull the trigger until someone up ahead gives you the call on your radio or whatever you have in your ear. Because if you pull that trigger, you can go to prison probably for life, whether it's a bad guy or not, but you disobeyed orders. And that's what I'm saying is that, why didn't they make that call? Why didn't someone say that?
Man.
If they knew he was there for so long, why didn't anybody make the call?
Even people in like the audience was like, hey, he's got a ladder. Who's this guy sitting up here? And
Exactly.
Like, they really were up there. Like, it was a lot of video. So I'm like,
and so
I don't know.
I think maybe I'm wrong, but the building that he was on, I think the building next to it or the building he was on, there were actually officers in that building who could see him too, I think. But
what they use a drill charge? Straight up. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like allowing him to get that close, to get that shot off and be up there and be in the vicinity, it seems strange to me. It seems like it was staged.
I'm almost afraid to ask you what you think about the next topic then.
Ooh, what's that?
Biden drops out.
I mean, we knew for a while. Anyone with eyes can see that he was just. You get old. You get either.
Well, Trump is
dementia.
old.
Yeah, I mean, he shows signs of it too, but Biden was just way beyond that. I mean,
I am a little bit frustrated with Democrats because for so long they've been fighting the Sleepy Joe accusations, like he's not sleepy, blah blah, he's completely fine, blah blah blah, and then out of nowhere, oh yeah, he's no longer able to continue doing. He's not like, haven't people been saying that for years? And now all of a sudden you say, I don't like, and this it comes from both sides too. It doesn't matter who you are. They always try to make up, like, say white lies or just omit information just so their candidate can be in position of power. And like when you look at the country that we're living in and how you want to protect your country, when you see that the guy who's the president is not capable of doing his job, you should have said something years ago rather than waiting until it looked really bad and then be like, okay, let's do it now because
it got really
he's
bad.
He's not going to win the election, so we got to do it now. It's like you should have done that years ago.
Yeah.
I don't like that, and that's the one thing I have a problem with political parties is that they ride too hard for their side without any accountability.
Yeah, I think it's always funny seeing the videos when people are like at Trump rallies and they're like, hey, how do you feel about this? And he's like, oh no, Trump's gonna shut all that down. Then they like pull up a fact and they're like, well, Trump actually said he's completely against this.
Yeah,
And
where are
then
you
they're
seeing
like,
this information at on?
It's the internet.
Your For You page?
The internet.
Because you know it goes the opposite way. It
of
goes
course,
both ways.
on the other side, if I
Yeah.
I mean I get that, but I mean the video is not doctored. It's not like it's a fake video.
No, it's Jordan
But I think it's
Clapper.
fun- even the same
Jordan
thing.
Clapper's the main one that does them.
The same thing with Joe Biden. If they say, you know, I support Joe Biden and, you know, I hate Trump and, you know, then they're like, well, Joe wants to put this in place that's going to hurt these people or help these people. And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't like that. Then they're like,
It's all
this is
propaganda,
actually
man.
Trump's idea. And they're like, well, I don't care. It's still Joe. I'm voting for Joe.
There was one where about they were saying something about like, oh, who's your favorite president? Oh, Barack Obama's favorite president. Why is that? Because you know, they were saying something about like illegal immigrants or something. And like, well, did you know that he did this with? He had the most people locked up in cages.
Then they're still like, well,
like,
I'm still riding with Obama.
Yeah, it's like you just found out that he didn't do what you thought he did, and you're still riding. And that's that accountability that I'm talking about. Nobody holds them accountable.
The worst thing I hate is vote blue no matter who. I think that is the dumbest thing.
Yeah, both sides. It's just
ever.
stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean both sides, but it don't sound right when you say red. I actually could have said vote red even if he's dead.
You know how many people would write in Donald Trump if he got killed?
Oh yeah.
That's one thing. That's a weird delusional thing that Trumpies have too, is that they just don't see any wrong.
I think a lot of people who want Trump, it's just the problem isn't that we have a 2-party system. It's we really have a 4-party system. It's the red, the blue, and then it's the far left and the far right. And it's like the people on it's those are the only people that's arguing, because I think everyone that's close, like, you know,
more moderate.
Yeah, not too conservative, not too liberal. Those people can work together and, you know, still sit at the table together. But it's like on the red side, it's a bunch of hillbillies with 2 teeth saying, well, yeah, we want Trump to win no matter what. Gun. Exactly. It's like, what are you talking about? But then on the other side, it's a whole bunch of the people who vote blue are like soft men and women.
Those are the ones way on that left
way
side
on
are the ones,
way
who are saying like you're transphobic if you don't date
exactly. And
No, I was
you
laughing at
1 out of 3 Trump supporters are just as stupid as the other 2.
Did you see me that thing with Anton, and he was talking to that girl? He was like, who you voting for? And she said,
oh yeah, she was
Kamala.
like,
he said, why? Because she's a black woman. It's like, she's not even really black, first of all.
I've been seeing a lot of that too. Isn't she like Indian and Jamaican?
Yeah, but even if she was black, she ain't lived no black life.
Well, even if she did live a black life, like, do you vote for somebody just because they're black?
No.
Just because you black. I mean, we know a lot of black people who are stupid and do stupid stuff.
Yeah. And then it's like the people who it's do you want to be on that side when they say, "Oh, I'm voting this way. You better vote. You better do that. You better do that." It's like I wouldn't do anything that you do.
Yeah.
Kamala locked up all the black men, and then
I knew you were gonna get here at some
and then
point.
she married a white man. That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's her way.
She smoked all the weed when she was going to Howard or Morehouse, wherever she smoked up all the weed, and then when she couldn't get any more, she locked up everybody else that had it and took their weed, and then she said, "Well, damn, where all the black men at?" She done locked up all the black men, and then she said, "Well, damn, I guess I got to marry a white man then." That's crazy, man. That is crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
They be like, "I got her back. She ain't got your back."
It's
Do you think she can win?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think she will.
They should have. If Biden didn't drop out and they had to actually like select a president elect, they probably would have went with like Tulsi Gabbard or something.
They wouldn't have gone for her because she left the Democratic Party, and she actually supports Trump now.
She left to the Democratic Party.
To the Republican Party.
Yeah.
No, she didn't. So she left the Democratic Party because she not accusing, but she, what's the word I'm looking for? She criticized a lot of things they were doing, and her big thing was like warmongering. She doesn't want to be a part of war at all because she was in the military for I think 16 years or something. And she's like, we got to pull out, we got to pull out, we got to pull out. And she said, since Biden's been in office, we've gotten into more wars by proxy. And she's like, I'm done with the Democratic Party because all they want is to make money off of war. And I want our people to come home. And so she left the Democratic Party. And when Kamala was called up to be the new, to run for the new nominee, she said, we need to vote for Trump because Kamala is just going to do what she's always done, which is take advantage of people and make money off of.
It's always off of the immigrants. Like all these people that they're letting in, they're just going to use them.
Did you see, this happened today, I think. Governor Abbott from, I think, Texas or something, sent a busload of illegal aliens
doing that
to her house, Kamala's house.
Really?
I
Yeah.
didn't see this.
So, like, outside or on her lawn are a bunch of illegal aliens sitting there just with bags and just waiting to see what to do. Like, is there work for us or something?
That's ballsy.
And the crazy thing about that is that this is another weird thing I see sometimes is that, you know how Fox News will say something and then like 6 years later they'll say, oh, we never said that. And you go back, yeah, you did say it.
I love that too.
Same thing happened with CNN and other places, right? So they're talking about the whole like Kamala sentence. She's the border czar or something.
She is.
She's supposed to be handling issues at the border, figuring out why they're crossing over and all the other stuff like that. But then recently they were like, okay, has she done her job? Why are we having so many illegal aliens in the States? And they're like, maybe she didn't do her job. Should we nominate her? Should we have her as our president? And now everyone's backtracking. Oh, she wasn't supposed to do that. That wasn't her job. Blah blah blah. It's like,
it was literally her job.
what was she supposed to be doing then?
You know, when they in Dallas, in Texas, when they were coming in, they were sending them straight to New York.
Yeah,
Put them on a bus straight to New York.
I think that's a.
Can you imagine being a black person in New York and struggling to make ends meet just so you can pay $3,000 to live in a 1-bedroom condo, and then they started giving out all of the vouchers and everything to immigrants after you've been here your whole life, living a whole black life?
Blood boil. Yeah.
What's the back of your T-shirt say?
Trump. It says, I love Trump.
I don't give a piss about
Make America great again.
Nah, I have a heart for immigrants, but I think it should be done the right way, and it's hard to. It's a lengthy process, but there is a way to get into the States legally, and coming over illegally doesn't do any good for the place you want to be. Is how I see it. If you're gonna flood the States with illegal aliens, the place you want to be, you're gonna basically turn it back into where you left.
That goes, we like how we were talking about in the last episode when everybody was getting us about the whole Atlanta Charlotte thing. We was like,
That Jones crazy.
I read more of that. I read more of the comments, and I'm like, is it us?
Are we
And I was like,
people miss
they missed the point so
Yeah.
bad. And they're like, don't ever compare Atlanta to Charlotte. And, so, and I'm like,
I like how you did the gay Atlanta.
it was so many guys that Atlanta's lit.
Yeah, it's like, oh, y'all ain't got no night scene. It's
Charlotte-
like, what are you talking
The
about? We're
biggest-
not even talking about that.
You missed the point. We don't want a night scene. That's the whole point. And yes,
Please. And then there was people saying, oh, no, don't go to Atlanta. Come to Charlotte. I don't know if that was sarcasm.
It was.
Do not come to Charlotte. Please, we don't want you.
Yeah,
there.
I wasn't trying to
Do
be
not
funny.
come to
The
Charlotte.
dude was like, oh, I live there. And I'm like, bro, I don't want anyone to move
Yeah.
here. I'm trying to I'm not campaigning to move here.
the description literally says, "Do not come to Charlotte."
I didn't even see that
Jesus.
part.
It gets on. What gets on my nerves is that so many comments like, "Oh, Atlanta is bigger than
I
Charlotte."
knew he was going to say
Listen,
that.
Atlanta, the city, is smaller than Charlotte, the city, in square miles and in population. If we're talking about metro, yes,
Everybody
Atlanta's
kept
bigger.
saying that Atlanta Metro is this. Charlotte
Nobody
Metro.
said metro.
And the reason it's called Uptown is because the way that the city was made, it was
Miles
only
Park and stuff was like
yeah, it was
da-
only that we had
downtown.
Uptown, and then we had the what was that? The Metro. What's the middle? What was it? Midtown, and then now we
Midtown.
have South Charlotte. Now we have East Charlotte.
Yeah, South Charlotte area, like what was it like?
It goes to Ballantyne.
That was supposed to be that our downtown, but then they started building up the uptown, so
Right.
now we call it uptown.
and then they're like, there's no such thing as Uptown. Like Uptown Harlem, it's the same exact. That's why they call it that, because it goes to the next city. You can't call it a new city. It's up. It's bottom.
I love that though. That was hilarious. Like
It's so simple.
So many people was on there just.
I didn't
going
even
so
know
hard
it was
for
But
gonna
you know
that.
who they were? Just a bunch of ignorant people. Did you see that whole conversation I had with that dude?
wait, what'd you say?
You've seen the conversation. The whole time he's like, every time I come down there, it's just a bunch of brothers sleeping with fat white women.
I know, and you was like, well, better that than brothers sleeping with brothers or something like that. Bro, they don't even make the streets straight in Atlanta.
Like, I don't get it.
Somebody was like, it's nothing but a bunch of weirdos in Charlotte. Y'all are known. Atlanta is known for
For being
having
the weirdo. Like,
the
they're like,
strange
you're
people.
weirdos because
you got
call it
San
that.
Francisco and you got Atlanta.
Atlanta, the show displayed how weird it is. It's like the second Florida. Like Atlanta, like there should be an Atlanta man.
Yeah, it's the black Florida.
Atlanta
Yeah.
man, that's funny. Atlanta
It
man.
is. It's the black Florida.
It's crazy. That I did not expect that video to get that many views.
Me
It
neither.
went crazy, and so many people were commenting. I guess that's what you gotta do on the internet. Just insult somebody.
They're like
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Just be polarizing.
Like y'all don't have no clubs down there. Like, oh man, that was just crazy, man.
I think it's just I don't know, man.
Can
As
you
a,
imagine like white people getting on there and saying, "Oh, y'all ain't lit. Y'all ain't got no clubs." Like,
it's
what?
nothing to do there. It's so boring. Like,
That's
we're-
why he was like,
we're-
"Oh, y'all can't do nothing after 9 o'clock." It's like, yeah, we can go to sleep.
I'm in bed. Yeah, I can get up
That's so
working.
weird thing. It was like, oh, nobody want to live in Charlotte because you can't do nothing after 9 o'clock. It's like, well, yeah, nothing to do after 9 o'clock except shoot people and do drugs.
It's not. It's the kids. It's the kids of Atlanta who just
No,
want
it
to
was
go
just
out.
it was grown people. Like,
I know,
the dude I was
but
talking to kept
you know
calling
how
me.
it is.
He was like,
the
well, look,
children.
young blood. He kept saying young blood. I'm like, yeah, no, you look here, OG.
Yeah, he probably was wearing like big giant jabots and a fitted cap too. Like those are old dudes who think they still live in the street and think that they get all the girls. I mean, they
Out in the
You
club.
know why I don't like TikTok? It's not personable like Facebook. Like if you back in the day on Facebook or MySpace, if somebody talked trash to you, you could go and look at their profile and look at their history and see the stuff that they talk about and see like where they live at. Not in a bad way, but to see, you know, you get an idea of that
I get what you're
person.
saying.
On here, it's all fake. like one dude's on there like, oh, you seem like a child, this and that. Man, back in my day, I used to do this and that. I'm like, let me see what you used to do back in your day. Then you click their profile and it's just like he just reposted a bunch of
Yeah.
other weird stuff. Like that's why I don't talk to people on there.
It's not a play. I mean, the internet has become that. I know you don't use Facebook anymore, but people do that on Facebook too now.
Jay held it down.
What do you say?
You don't need to read it. Let's keep going.
Yeah, number one comment. Number one. Yeah, Jay. Oh, I replied to that? No.
Yeah, you did.
No, you talking them down, Cairo?
Not really.
No. I
Wait.
didn't want to have anything to do with that
I
comment.
know. I stayed away.
that
I tried to stay away from it too.
Scroll, because I think I liked some comments that were understanding what we're saying. Because I think somebody did
I
explain
liked
the
all
whole.
the toxic ones. I didn't care about it.
I do. Listen, I didn't know that a video was doing this, right? I opened it up and saw it had 20,000 likes, views, and had a couple hundred comments. And then I was like, what's going on? I went through it, and all I saw was your avatar
I
under
did too,
every
yeah.
comment.
I was
You
like,
be
see that?
fighting in comments, I swear.
I
I
need
just
to be
trying to
more
ruffle it
active.
up. I added about 100 more comments on there just for me
Yeah.
messing with people. What was that dude's name? Go on. Is that Jay Jones?
Oh shoot, it is. Wait, no, it better not be.
That ain't the J, yeah,
Hey,
that ain't the Jay Jones. That ain't
Okay.
my Jay Jones. And then Henry Fox, Harvey Fox.
Harvey
Fox.
Is that one of the people you try to fight?
That was
I
the
think
dude-
a
that's
lot
the
of
dude I was talking
people.
to.
I think a lot of people look at videos
You see it?
and they won't actually like comprehend what's going on. They just
Yeah.
see it and it's like they see trigger words and they're like, I'm gonna start typing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start typing this.
That's what happens. They don't know.
And then
they
people
don't
are
know
like, well, if you watch the video and
Yeah.
really understand what they're saying, they said nothing about Charlotte being better than Atlanta or anything. They're only comparing,
So are you saying that it's better to get the full context of a video than just a little 15, 20 seconds?
Yeah, I was like, maybe you did that on purpose
Is that
because
what
like
you're
right after this conversation,
why didn't you
on the
do that
plug,
with Donald Trump and the shooting?
I did. I watched a bunch of videos.
A bunch of 15-second clips.
Listen, I'm not about to be known as a TikTok guy. Look, I get myself. I have other sources. Look at this one loser, bruh. Ain't nothing clean about downtown Charlotte.
Boy, shut up. I was just down there the other day. It looked clean.
What's his name? Let's tag this loser.
Phil Bug. He ain't never been to downtown Charlotte.
Then they talking about the Panthers and the Hornets.
That's
Yeah,
probably the
but
And
only.
everybody's like, "What's
But
the
we were
only knock
never
to
we
that.
never compared that.
None
though.
of it.
That's
None
the
of it.
problem. They think we're comparing. Somebody even said, "Don't try to compare Charlotte to Atlanta. And Charlotte is not better than." No one is saying that we're better. We're saying we like where we live. It's a great place to be. We're not up and coming because we're already there.
It's a perfect balance.
Yeah, we have what we need here. We don't need any more, any less.
Yeah, we don't need any more, man. Like I was driving around today. They're building so much stuff.
So much. It's starting to get on my nerves.
Like I like the building, but they need to start building around in the surrounding areas. Like Ballantyne, that all the way from Ballantyne to Charlotte, like they need to build in between there. Like they're just cramming everything up in Charlotte, like right
where
uptown.
where I live, there was like open area, and they tore down all the trees, and they plan on putting like a couple hundred apartments over there. All right, fine, I get it. You need space because there's a lot of people moving in town in North Carolina now.
Mm.
And then there's another place right up the street that's like right by a library or something. They built like giant condos that look like 4 stories high. Like this is literally like it sticks out like a sore thumb because there's nothing this tall in this area.
Not only that, but they don't realize that they're building up, but we don't have flying cars. So it's like, where are these people? Where do you think these people are going to be driving to?
That's the problem. We have a one road that goes this way,
I know.
and the other lane goes this way,
I know.
and you're gonna build 100 or plus apartment buildings. Think about this: 100 plus apartment buildings. That's 100 or plus families that probably gonna have 2 or 3 cars. Where are those cars gonna go on this one road?
That's how it is now. When we say it's like every yard is like we're just packed up cars inside the yard. It's like, why are we this close? Why do we have to be this close?
It's gonna be like freaking.
People
New
just
York
say
again.
the dumbest stuff on there. Did you see that? It was like Charlotte and Atlanta's an hour and a half away from one another. It's not. Just it's so much of that stuff was just wrong. Somebody was like, it's the travel center of the world or something like that. Then somebody else was like,
Oh,
no,
it
it's
is the
Indiana.
international-
Everybody kept talking about our airport. It was like the only thing good about Charlotte is the airport. I don't get it. Is that a joke?
Another person said
Atlanta's
Atlanta's airport is more interesting than Charlotte.
Yeah, that was
Atlanta
funny.
is the international hub on the East Coast. So
No, I get that, but somebody was like, no, it's Indiana. Like, because they're looking like geographically.
I know people who get layovers in Charlotte. It don't matter. I just don't want anyone else to live here, especially not people. From
We're
up
good,
north.
man. Our population needs to stay still a little bit.
I don't mind when when Southerners move up here because they never want to live uptown or in the surrounding
Well,
areas.
the thing is, they come here expecting to be Southern still. Like Northerners come here expecting to have a northern city lifestyle, and it's like we don't have that and we don't want that. But the cities are like, well, we're getting all these people who want this, so let's start. No, we don't. We shouldn't.
It's so weird when you go uptown now. It's like you see all these like rooftop restaurants and everybody getting dressed up, and it's like Bro, y'all got to go home in like 2 hours. Like, what are y'all doing here? Like, they're all dressed up and stuff going out.
You can go on like people's like Facebook, Instagram and stuff. If they're in Charlotte, they're taking pictures on the
You see the same stuff.
yeah,
the same
Fahrenheit,
things.
taking a picture right
Yeah.
there on
That's
the
it.
deck. It's like, we get it. That's why you're here, but that's not why we're here.
I seen a tour bus going down Fifth Street. I'm like, why? What are you touring? I started to get out and they'd be like, hey, come here. That, and that. That's it. That's all we got. Can you imagine going to
What are you
Charlotte doing a
touring?
tour?
Like just drive a little bit further down past Mint Street,
And
and you
you're
go,
out.
yeah,
You're out.
you gonna see Remount, you gonna see Brook Hill.
Let me take you down Freedom Drive.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy when
Oh,
they
yeah.
when they rebuild Brook Hill. It's gonna be crazy.
I think so.
I hope they redo the road first.
Gentrification is going on crazy. Speaking of gentrification,
The Cam Newton.
I'm mad that I didn't get a chance to try Price's Chicken Coop before they
You
left.
never had it?
Never. I remember in high school.
you serious?
Yes. When I was in high school, my teacher was like, Price's Chicken Coop has a special formula for their chicken. You gotta taste it. I was like, oh, I want to go there one day.
You know what their formula was?
I don't know.
They cook
But
everything in the same grease all day, and they never change the grease. I'm telling you.
I wanted to go there, and then I left for a couple years and came back, completely forgot about it. And then one day, someone was like, "Hey, let's go to Price's before they shut down." We went there. Dude, that line was like a mile down the road,
Oh yeah.
and we definitely weren't going that day. But I wish I had gone there before they shut down.
Everything tastes like chicken. That's why I call it the chicken coop. The chicken tastes like chicken. The fish tastes like
coleslaw,
chicken. The coleslaw tastes
the ketchup packets.
tastes like chicken.
The fries taste like chicken. Everything.
It was good.
It was
food,
good.
though.
Yeah, it was real good.
Man, I
I
wish I would've got
remember with the box. I wish I would have kept one
I
of the
know,
boxes.
right?
They had the box. They had the little red writing on it, and they used to just throw a whole bunch of those
It'd be
circle
soaked.
potato
You can
tots
see
in
the
there.
grease from the bottom of it, the top of it.
Who owned it? Do you know? Could
So
they-
the thing is, the guy who owned it, it wasn't gentrification. They bought him out. They gave him a price that he.
they lost all
sold.
the money during the COVID years, right?
No, they've been sold that. They want to sell it.
Was it before? When did it shut down exactly?
It shut down in what 2022?
That's so crazy when you think about it.
I
Because
don't know.
we didn't think about it as like, I mean, it was always just chicken coop.
Well,
Grandma,
it was on one show.
Grandma Ruby, everybody in our family was like, all right, we going to chicken coop. Like we always had it. And then like it became a big deal. I mean, it was a big
And it was
deal.
easy
but
to go down that street. I mean, because it was the only thing
Right
over
by the
there.
house.
Yeah, it was the only thing over there. Now they done put up a Shake Shack, a Dairy Queen.
There's a lot of big buildings over there too. So that's
No,
all-
they
that's-
don't. Not Shake Shack a day. It's all the weird stuff. It's like a
Oh,
spa
yeah.
for dogs where they can get their coffee and get
it's
their
that
nails
city
done.
stuff that we're
It's a bunch
talking
of
about.
weirdo
That
stuff. Yeah.
gentrification. That's what
Bro,
it
it's
is.
nothing normal over there. I think the most normal thing is like Blaze's Pizza or something, and still, it's
And
not like it's a
everybody's
Pizza
walking
Hut
up
or.
and down there, and it's like, yuck! I hate it, man. I hate it.
It's changed so much, man. That used to be the hood.
I thought Central was gonna be like that.
Central is turning like that. You seen it? You been there a while?
Well, I'm saying, but it's always kind of been like that. Remember, you would get out off Central, and then
Oh
you
yeah,
could
because
walk
they had like the peculiar rabbit
yeah,
and all
the
that.
rabbit
and-
hole, and they had the little Jamaican spots.
Oh wait, I think the other place, the Penguin. What was the Penguin? Was it just called the Penguin, or was it a name?
they're all in
before
the
it
same
too?
area. All
Okay.
those places, like
Are you
you could
talking
just
about
walk
the
down to
Harris
the
Theater?
consignment shops
Central.
I know which part. Are you talking about
Is
down
there
the
a
Harris
Harris
Theater or
Theater?
Mexico
where the
City?
Dairy Queen is.
Dairy Queen.
You walk down that road.
It's by Queens College.
Oh yeah.
What do you mean it's not there no more?
Hawthorne.
Dairy Queen's not there no more. Dang.
So you talking about Hawthorne area,
Yeah.
like close to I always used to go to school down there, and
Yes,
I used
we
to-
know. I just said Queens.
I don't understand what this is. What is this?
Go for it.
Tell me, what is this?
You know what it is.
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking. What is
Where's
this?
this swing? Come on, keep it going.
What is it?
Go
Come
for
on.
it. Say
Look
what
at the
you were gonna
box.
say.
We got to put a picture of that box.
You went to college over there, so you can go to Hollywood. We get it.
No, I used
Go
to get
ahead and
off-
tell us. Give us a trailer for your new movie. Go ahead. What is it?
I used to get off the bus over there and walk to school, and every week, like there'd be different changes. They'd be building different buildings and stuff. And now the whole place is completely different. And all the way back towards like past the library now, everything is completely different down there.
Yep.
But that's again the whole like gentrification stuff.
But where are they putting all the niggas at? That's what I'm
they
trying to
pushing
figure
them.
out.
This
Where
is
they-
what
where are they
this,
going?
This is what gentrification does, right? It takes a bad community and start building stuff up to where it's too expensive for the bad people to live
Right.
there, and they push them out to where they push them out to where they're in clusters of little pockets of really badness.
Because it was if you look at let's just say Brook Hill. And you know how spread it was. And then they like took down one complex and another.
It's like roaches.
It got
weren't they?
tighter and tighter.
It was
One
it
big
was the
roach
worst of
house.
the worst.
It's like it's a
and then they all
black.
killed each other.
It's a black hole now.
It's crazy.
Because
Like,
they went to like, what was it? Wilmore was right beside that, or behind it rather. But I mean, they've expanded
Boulevard
so much.
Homes. You see, right?
Oh, Boulevard Home.
The-
Piedmont Court.
Yeah, the place, the little buildings that they have right down the street, right before you go over Billy Graham. You remember when they first built that and how good it looked? It looks decent from the outside.
Okay, yeah.
Literally, right when you get to Billy Graham.
Mhm.
If you ever drive in there, because I do stops in there, if you ever drive in there, for some reason, black folk lift the windows in all of their houses. Like if you drive in there, you would know. If you look up at the windows, all of the windows are open. Like all the blinds are up, and there's stuff in the windows.
They may not have central air. They may have to put like the actual unit in there.
Yeah. Like window
Like
units.
the
No,
ACs.
I mean like the blinds are up, and there's stuff in the windows.
Stuff
I know what an AC
Like on the
unit looks like.
windowsill?
What stuff is stuff?
Like a doll or a baseball cap or a candle.
On the is it hanging out the window?
No, in the window.
Like on the
windows.
Oh, why?
Yeah. I don't know. That's just something they do. And then I went home and then I noticed. It's so bad. It's so bad. I'm like, but white people don't do that.
It's a country thing. The same way when you see people with fitted
Go ahead
caps
and
in
say
the
it.
back of their car.
Oh my God.
That's so ghetto,
Fitted
man. That's
caps in
so
the back.
country.
I hate it. Bumper stickers. If you put bumper stickers on your car,
Yeah.
you don't care about your car. That's just how I feel. And it's a country thing.
It's definitely a country thing.
The wheels, and I see the dude
I
that's
think
at
all
20
four Giottos. I think all four Giottos are like
said
country
we-
and ghetto looking.
We're home and we got stuff in our windows.
It was. I was so appalled. I looked around. I was like, "Look, there's one. There's one. There's one. Like, there's one."
Mom.
Speaking of which, it's something. Since we're on the topic,
Is this podcast worthy? I mean, or podcast verified? Like, is it allowed to be talked about on podcast?
I don't care. She can't beat me. If we talk, it's why do black people have to put like dolls and stuff, like the little African dolls and giraffes and zebras and cheetah carpets and
What?
stuff?
I don't know. I
We
feel
had
like
an
that's
aunt.
a black woman thing.
Yeah, you know, with the black guy that's holding up the world, you know, you got to put the
Atlas.
graphic on there.
I hate
The lady
Uh,
with the afro
All the
picture.
giraffes, the cheetahs, the lions, the leopard print.
Almost like that.
Yeah,
You gotta have
almost.
the afro picture.
Nah, that's normal. I'm talking about, you know, the pictures.
I
You
know
go
the
in
picture.
there,
I know exactly.
They got
the
the soap
Stankonia,
dish.
the Stankonia
They got
cover,
the soap dish, the lotion dispenser.
the incense that stick out from the
Freaking
little
African
thing.
weapons and stuff hanging on the walls.
Yeah.
Trying to be funny.
Oh no, but that's true.
Hey, mom got that too.
Yeah, and then I looked at it back. I said, "This ain't even African.
I
This ain't
know, right?
Alaskan."
The
So
funny
what can you kill in Africa with this?
You go look at it, it's like made in Mexico.
I just hate it. And it's like I thought I would never see the day, but it's like every time, every day.
That's it? We only got 15 more? What'd I tell you? We're talking about nothing. We ain't
I do
talking
want to
about
ask,
nothing.
what do you gotta say about Eminem? Because
It's fire, man.
Shoot, you
Dude's
basically said
legendary.
everything we just talked about.
I didn't finish it.
How'd you not finish it? It's only like 13 now.
Just don't have time to sit and.
Did you
listen.
watch the finale of The Boys?
I finally did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
You listen to
Fuel.
Gambino's?
No, I haven't even touched that yet.
Dang.
Good, bad.
I listened to the whole album.
It's Gambino. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you'll like it.
What do you think?
You can
Kyle?
definitely see. You remember
It's
when I text
frustrating.
you?
It's like
You remember? I stopped mid song and I text you and I was like, you can definitely see the influence of certain things. And it was like, it was one bar and I was like, now why would he go and say something like that? But I mean, that's my guy.
Did you see that video I sent you?
Yeah. You.
That's hella
I so
good.
imagine me watching it. So I was already like, okay. I was like, okay. And it was like, man, come on, man, with all this. And then I was like, oh. then that's how I text you. I said, you see, you got that bullshit again. And I hate the way he runs. I hate the back of his neck. Is it the braids? I don't like anything about him, man.
Oh
Do you
my
not like
gosh.
Gambino?
That boy?
He's frustrating, man.
He
he's
runs
frustrating.
like Daffy Duck, but The whole thing with
You always say that.
what?
He was supposed to be like goofy and untrained.
No, I
and,
wasn't gonna say that. I was gonna say I think Hollywood is bringing all that extra stuff out of that little zestiness out of it.
It's not Hollywood. It's Atlanta.
Damn.
Yeah, it's Atlanta.
Because
he's a weird dude. He's a weirdo.
He's always been weird. He's always been different, which is
You can't even say weird no more. Like weird is a different classification with these young niggas.
Yeah.
Like
He's
before, if
YNS.
you like our generation, like if we call him weird, it's like all right, he's a little eccentric. He does things a little different. It's cool though.
What
But
is
now it's
that?
like somebody be like, man, did you just look at her profile page?
Yes.
You a weirdo. And I'm like, what? That's
It's he's always been different, and I get that, but you can still, I feel like the more famous he's gotten, the more he's ventured into let me push the boundaries of what my gender is allowed to do kind of thing.
yeah.
And then I think what can happen eventually is people will start claiming that he's gay baiting or whatever it's called.
Is that a thing? I love Donald Glover. I love Childish Gambino. Like that's my guy.
Me too.
I'm gonna ride with him no matter what.
Crazy.
Since Mystery Team.
Yeah.
But what was the one interview on
When he was musty, he was sitting on the plane for 10 hours.
Oh, shut up.
No. I'm trying to think which one was it? When he was they asked him if he was gay and he was like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, he was like, I haven't tried it yet or something like that.
And like I think now the average person look at that and be like, oh, he's gay.
No, I think the average person now looks at it and be like, "Oh, that's just today's culture." That's
What is
everybody
average anymore? Like you can't even I feel like half the people would be like, well, clearly he's not saying that he's
I
gay.
do
He's
feel
just
like-
saying you don't know unless you try it. And people who are open minded are like, all right, yeah. And then you got like the one group of people that's just closed minded and they just as soon as they hear something, oh no, he's gay, bro, he's gay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's so weird to try to pin down what people are these days. Like, excuse me, you can look at your timeline on like Instagram or TikTok or something. You'll get pretty much the same stuff because you've been put into a bubble of what you tend to watch. And so,
I think people don't realize how algorithms work. So when they say, "Oh, this is the only thing I see on TikTok," no,
Exactly.
that's the only thing you've been
this is
looking
what
at.
that's what like people. I was talking to somebody over the weekend. And it's like all you see is this and this and this. Like that's not all you see because I'm seeing something different.
Yeah.
You understand that's how the internet works, right? You see what you want to see, basically. Dane Cook did that, Carol. He was like, I'm tired of seeing like CNN and Fox News telling me that everyone's voting for Trump or everyone's voting for Kamala. He said, I just want everybody who follow me answer this poll. Who are you voting for? And he put a poll on there, and I think Trump beat Kamala. But I don't remember what the numbers were, but it's an interesting thing to do because you genuinely don't know what people are doing unless you just ask them.
Yep.
And so instead of listening to, you can go wherever you want to go. There, someone's gonna say, "Oh, this person is winning," or "This person." Drake and Kendrick. Kendrick won. Drake won. To this day, people still saying Drake won. But if you ask everyone who's listened to all those music and poll them, you might get a different number. You might be close. Drake might have won. Kendrick might have won. You just don't know because you're listening to the people that you identify with.
I would feel like some sort of thing on our wrist that we could always do polls immediately. And
For
they'll
every
be
single
completely
person,
anonymous.
like the census.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be anonymous, but they'll also collect our information. Like it'll know that I'm a black person with a penis and I'm this old. And it's like, so that way they can tell, okay, well, this demographic tends to lean more this way or that way.
Nothing is real. Everything is fake. Everyone is stupid. Because think about how many people are entering. Oh yeah, I'm not black. I don't identify as black. Or this.
Oh, no, you don't get
this
that
penis
choice.
between my legs isn't really a penis.
Oh no, you don't get that choice. Like at birth, they already assign you that. It's like, I don't care what this person says. This is a black baby with a penis. So that's already locked in. But the polls would be like, well, who do you want to vote for president? You have until tonight to finish your vote, and then you just press, this person or that person. That's it. And then the information is in there. You can't be.
It sounds good. Send an email to Elon Musk. He'll make it happen.
That's another thing. I was looking at the video with the underground tunnels, and people was like, "Where does he get the money to get a tunnel from?" See, I knew he was a reptile person. Like, where'd these tunnels come from? And I'm just like, it's almost as if he owns a brewing company, right? He's like, well, how the car's gonna go that fast without crashing? Well, it's almost like he makes electric cars, right? That it's like people are just stupid.
Yeah, I was just thinking about how like I saw a new video. It was like the new polls just came out and Kamala is like overwhelmingly going to beat
Oh
Trump.
yeah, I
I was
saw
like,
that.
And it was like
Who-
2021.
Who did you ask? Because I didn't. Nobody came to my door and asked me. Like, I don't get how they just spawn numbers out of nowhere and say that this is.
They
legit.
find a small group of people,
Yep.
like the people
They
that's
go straight
closest to them.
Atlanta. All their numbers.
Are we?
Yeah, South Carolina's out of here. It's all about that. All because of Harvey Fox.
Oh, all right. I guess we can call it a quits there. Though.